The sailing ship Beatrice, originally launched as Routenburn in 1881, had a storied career spanning over 5 decades. Built by Robert Steele Co in Greenock, Scotland, she was an iron-hulled, four-masted barque measuring 289 feet in length, 42.2 feet in breadth, and 23.9 feet in depth, with a gross tonnage of 2,097. Commissioned by R. Shankland Co of Greenock, Routenburn was primarily engaged in the wool trade between Australia and England. She was renowned for her speed, setting several records on the Australia-England route. Initially, she also carried paying passengers, but the advent of steamships eventually made this unprofitable. In December 1903, Routenburn departed Newcastle, Australia, bound for San Francisco. During a severe storm in the North Atlantic, 2 apprentices were lost overboard. 4 crew members were injured, and the ship sustained significant damage. After undergoing repairs in Cobh, then Queenstown, Ireland, she arrived in San Francisco in August 1904. In 1905, the ship was purchased by the Swedish shipping company Navigator, founded by prominent businessmen including August Kjellberg, Dan Brostrom, and John Edvard Olsen. Renamed Svithiod, she served as a training vessel for merchant marine officers while continuing freight operations, primarily to Australia and South Africa. Approximately 30 cadets received both practical and theoretical training aboard, culminating in exams at Swedish navigation schools. During World War I, in the summer of 1917, Svithiod was seized by the Entente powers in Halifax while en route from Buenos Aires to Nykøbing, Denmark, with a cargo of corn. In Halifax, the ship was inspected by British Marines. The presence of a German mate who had clandestinely boarded and a few sacks of rubber were cited as violations of wartime regulations. However, it is believed that the seizure aimed to prevent the cargo from potentially reaching German hands. The ship remained idle in Halifax for several years before returning to Gothenburg in the spring of 1920. To continue her role as a training ship, Svithiod was sold to the Pollux Shipping Company in 1922 and renamed Beatrice. After the war, an unofficial competition arose to see which sailing ship could make the fastest voyage from Australia via Cape Horn and north back to England. The cargoes usually consisted of wheat, so this was called the grain races. The competition had no economic significance, but it attracted the attention of newspapers and the public, who were fascinated by the last great sailing ships sailing the long distance in often very rough weather. Beatrice won this competition in 1923, completing the journey in 88 days, and again in 1925 with a time of 103 days. In 1928, 17-year-old Lasse Dahlqvist, a Swedish composer, pop singer, and actor, joined Beatrice as a cadet. The voyage to Australia took 94 days, and the return journey lasted 134 days. During the return trip, food shortages led to illness among the crew. Dahlqvist documented his experiences in diaries and wrote 2 ballads, Beatrice Waltz and Geelong, which became the first of his ballads to be recorded on gramophone. After her final voyage in 1930, Beatrice was laid up due to economic difficulties. In 1932, Pollux Shipping Company went bankrupt, and the ship was sold for scrapping in Stavanger. Artifacts such as the galleon figurehead, rudder box, and steering mechanism are preserved at the Maritime History Museum in Stockholm. A model of Beatrice is displayed as a votive ship in Hulterstad Church on Öland, Sweden. Additionally, a street and a condominium association in western Sannegårds Hamnen, Gothenburg, bear her name, commemorating her contribution to maritime history.